Okay, here we go. Welcome back to some more Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition. Hope you all are doing well, having a great day, had a great week, have a great Friday, and have a wonderful weekend. Do something fun, relaxing, hang with family, friends, whatever you enjoy. So we are here in the war room on the Normandy. This is probably going to be a Normandy episode. I'll see how long it takes, but going to talk to everyone. We had the nail biting episode where Grunt. I say, even though I already know what's going to happen with the music and just the scene, it still gets to me. But we're going to go through the codex and we can talk to Anderson. But just remember, this is Shepard, Paragon, Infiltrator, romanced Ashley in the first one, romanced Miranda in the second one, and we'll see how this one goes. And also the violence warning, you can see people explode and the heads explode, so especially with the sniper and headshots. And then also seizure warning with the lights. But with that, let's start with the codex. So we've got priority to Chonka and codex. Okay, some of them you can listen to.
The John Tachanka, the Krogan homeworld, boasts extreme temperatures, virulent diseases, and predatory fauna. Around 1900 BCE, the Krogan discovered atomic weapons and promptly sent their planet into a nuclear winter. The majority of the population retreated to underground bunkers, and Krogan culture slipped into a dark age, dominated by tribal clans. In 80 CE, decades into the Rachni Wars, the Solarian Union made first contact with the primitive Krogan and initiated a cultural uplift to shape them into a modern army capable of confronting the Rachni. During this uplift, the Solarians constructed the Shroud facility on Tachanka to shield the planet from harmful forms of solar radiation. Later, during the Krogan rebellions, reproductive rates were curtailed by the genophage, ensuring the Krogan remained a species in decline and Tachanka a desolate wasteland.
Okay, cool. Like I say, it's sad, but very interesting. Also, I always thought they blamed the Solarians, but they, at least in some of the conversations, they have said, no, we did the nuclear winter to ourselves and stuff.
Biotic, Metagel, Omnitool, the Mars, the genophage. It may be possible to reverse the genophage by extracting an immunity from the genetic data of a cured Krogan female. A Solarian geneticist named Malin, a former student of Dr. Morden Solis, discovered the cure through unethical experimentation on live subjects. The complexity and durability of the genophage derives from biochemical countermeasures that the Solarians wove into the plague in an attempt to make the sterilization incurable. No one is certain of how Malin circumvented the countermeasures, but his work was complete enough to allow replication of his results. In its original form, the cure restored fertility but severely compromised the immune system. This resulted in slow, painful death for all but one of Malin's test subjects. If the beneficial aspects of the cure can be isolated, a specially tailored virus could repair the affected genes in other Krogan.
That sounds very complicated and stuff. Okay, cool. Let's just one here. So you can just pause and read there again. Okay, cool. That's it. Now do I need 6 or 7? 6 points. Okay, cool. I said the chilled thing can be awesome, I just don't like it. Okay, let's quickly talk to Anderson.
Shepard, damned if you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Good to see you too, sir.
Sir? I may have reinstated you, but that doesn't give you permission to go all formal on me.
Well, then I'm glad you managed to keep your ass alive, Anderson.
That's more like it. So I imagine by now you've wiped the galaxy clean of Reapers and we can all come up for air?
Not quite. There have been a few complications.
Aren't there always? Hackett filled me in on the Crucible. Sounds like you've got some knots to untangle.
It's what you hired me to do.
Mostly you were hired to kill Reapers. I hope you haven't been sidetracked by all the politics.
Nothing I can't handle. What about you? What's happening on Earth?
I'll spare you the details. But let's just say a lot of cities around the world have stopped checking in.
That bad?
You and I knew what we were in for, but everyone else? I don't think the shock's worn off yet.
Are you safe?
That changes by the hour. I caught a shuttle evac out of Vancouver, and now we're running from foxhole to foxhole just trying to stay alive.
What about the Reapers?
They're harvesting everything that moves. They're focusing on the big cities, which does give us some room to maneuver.
You think you can hang on?
Hell, we're still just trying to talk to each other. Right now, all we can do is organize the resistance at a local level. No lack of volunteers, at least. Everybody knows what's at stake.
I don't know how we'll win this yet, but we will. Even if it kills me.
Well, you've already died once, and that didn't slow you down. But let's not tempt fate. Keep yourself safe, Shepard.
You too, sir.
We'll talk again soon. Anderson out.
That was a cool, funny conversation. Anderson's funny. Let's quickly see here if we've got anything new here. Okay. Okay, so there is not all mindless insects. The Rachni are capable of feats of engineering comparable with any sentient species. While initially greeted with suspicion, the Rachni workers dispatched to the Crucible have integrated into the project smoothly. They work especially well on tasks that benefit from group work, and senior Crucible staff members are learning to trust the Rachni with more complex problems. So see if it's not the Rachni Queen from Noveria, then that is a little bit different, and like I said, at one stage they'll betray you. But because it's the Rachni Queen from Noveria, not some other Reaper made thing, they stay loyal. So that's pretty cool. And Grunt, the perfect Krogan, was thrown into the world without a past, a name, or a cause. After destroying the collectors of Commander Shepard, Grunt returned to Tuchanka to learn what it meant to be Krogan. For countless arguments and brawls, the clans have granted Grunt a modicum of acceptance. Well, though weary and cunning, the young Krogan knows this experience will pay off now that it's time to fight the Reaper's forces. Okay, cool. Can hear if he's got something to say.
Commander, that was a skillful operation back on Sirkesh, extracting the female Krogan.
I had help. Morden Solus knew what he was doing.
Yes, Garrus mentioned the Doctor was on your mission through the Omega-4 relay. I'm surprised the Solarian cares about the Krogan.
War is full of surprises.
Rarely the good kind. I'm just happy this one played to our advantage.
That's cool, I like that. So that's still near the same. That's still the same. Okay.
That's all.
Of course, Commander. Yes, Commander?
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
I'm not going crazy. And Grunt, Rex.
Need something, Shepard?
Okay, he's got nothing to say, like nothing new here. It's sad you can't ask about Grunt or the Arachni, but there should be something if you leave the conversation now.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Yeah,
Something wrong?
Morden. He got his tissue sample from me, all right. Let's just say scalpels were never meant to cut where he cut.
Ouch.
Need something, Shepard?
Okay.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Anytime.
See the feeds from Paladin? It's brutal. I'm amazed the Turians are home.
The birds don't quit when things get ugly. I'll give them that.
Yeah, they call them birds the human alliance because that's how they look apparently for them when they first encountered them in the relay wars.
Commander, Cerberus is attacking civilians on Benning. We've been asked to help evacuate the planet.
Okay, now if you'll remember, that is Benning is where that ambassador's son is that we have to look for, and that we heard his teammates talking in the bar in Purgatory.
You know, my lab studied the Rachni. Long-distance communication with no time lag, the ability to control workers, and at close range, the Queen can even speak through dead or dying members of other species.
Glad they're on our side.
If we can develop instant long-range communication without quantum entanglement, maybe when this war is over.
Good idea.
Commander?
I'll check the mail. Let's go see what Joker has to say.
Don't worry, Edie. Once the Krogan are gone, we'll get rid of the smell.
While this body has all factory sensors, I do not have positive or negative associations with any specific scent.
Oh. Well, lucky you.
Yeah, lucky you, Edie. But if you are having fun with me in these videos or any of the others and you haven't yet, remember to subscribe, enable notifications, that bell button so you know when I post. Hit the like, let me know that you like the videos, and then you can always leave me a comment. Tell me something interesting or something about Mass Effect or anything. And like I say, you can also like make a game request if there's something that you want to see or a suggestion.
How's Grunt? Our little tank baby's all grown up, huh?
Apparently he'll be on his feet and killing again in no time.
Well, you learn from the best, Commander. Every time he incinerates someone with a shotgun and does that little laugh, he'll think of you. Edie says it was Rachni down there?
Yeah,
I thought they were on our side after you saved the Queen on Novaria.
it wasn't her fault. She got captured. She's with us now.
Until the next time the Reapers sing a sour yellow note of whatever.
Yeah, I'm with Joker there. Also funny with the grunt part of like the little laugh.
Commander?
Shepard, I had a question about human behavior.
Why is it you never have questions about Asari behavior or Turian behavior?
I tried asking Liara questions about the Asari bonding process. She said I do not guard the secrets of the Normandy's crew carefully enough for her to entrust me with such private information. The Asari word she used translates as blabbermouth. I think she has become a more private person since becoming the Shadow Broker.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So I've got a short up with this with a female Shepard where she doesn't know that Liara's a Shadow Broker. So just for interest sakes, but there you can see what's the difference between the conversation. And that female Shepard is actually romancing Liara. Or romanced Liara.
Hello, Shepard.
Nothing to say, trainer? Any messages? Nothing new. To the shuttle bay.
Good job.
I wonder why he said that once bad dog. Here's Steve.
The munitions you carry into the field deserve at least a triple check.
I try and stand not right behind them because sometimes they twist their head right around.
Sir.
Rachni? Of all the things that... It's like you got the opposite of a horseshoe up your ass.
He's funny, I like him.
Grunt is crazier than you, and that's saying something. You're better looking, at least.
Well, thank you, James.
Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Okay, and that's it.
Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
And engineering. We can quickly journal. Oh, we actually got planets and locations as well. I didn't think there was a codex as well. Oh, it's bending that we just got, so you can just pause and read this. Not a whole lot. And then you can see their Cerberus abductions. So as you see then, they're bending evidence. So that works out well.
So, Rachni, that must get your mouth watering.
Can't do a story. That's as classified as it gets.
I suppose it would cause a panic, but wouldn't the news drive up recruiting?
It might also piss off a Krogan with diplomatic immunity. No thanks.
I agree with her there, but she's funny.
Commander.
And nothing.
Kenneth, do you ever think about when we were abducted by...
No, I don't.
Me neither.
I'm guessing they do.
Shepard?
Sometimes keeping the grid balanced is pure murder. Nothing to report.
It's cool, they sometimes have some little tidbits to say. Okay, so Garrus is actually in a lounge at the moment. I think it's this one.
Wasn't the first time I faced Rachni.
Really? You've seen them before?
A few years back, on Noveria, Saren and his minions were trying to extract information from the Rachni Queen.
You saw the Queen?
Hell, we spoke to her.
You spoke? I can't imagine that. The things you've done, sir, they're amazing.
Well, it didn't seem that way at the time. Mostly, you're just clawing your way out of one mess and into another, hoping your ass comes along for the ride.
That's funny.
Just one word, Shepard. Grunt. There'll be a lot more dead Reapers now.
Let's hope so.
Siding with the giant spiders again, huh, Shepard? Let's hope this finally pays off. Most people have never even seen Arachni. The Normandy, we're a regular safari tour. If I never see another spider again, I'll die a contented Turian. Unless they have spiders in the afterlife. Damn.
Just ruined it for yourself, Garrus.
Another time, maybe.
Have we found any new engineers for the Crucible glyph?
5 ex-Sonax Industries scientists who attempted to reverse engineer Prothean technology stolen from planet Garvok. They're technically still wanted by the Council for hiding Prothean technology. As well, Sonax's part in instigating an illegal war on Garvuk.
I'm sure the Council will forgive that for helping with the Crucible. Extend those scientists amnesty and an invitation.
Right away.
I hope so, for their sake. No upgrades over here. We can quickly read this. This one's a little bit funny, well, for me. Recruit. Still don't understand why they put a tank-grown freak in charge of a whole company. Grant laughter. And I don't understand why they gave me whining pijacks for soldiers. Recruit. I have more years on the battlefield than you have kills, runt. Grunt. Trying to mate with Solarian females doesn't count as fighting. Recruit. No one talks to Urgh. And then Grunt. Someone help him up. We move in an hour. So he probably headbutted him. This is another funny one. Security almost opened fire on the Rachni when their ships pulled up to the Crucible. Admiral. I had to invoke your name more than once before they were let on board. They're following instructions, but my god, do I have to tell you how nervous everyone on the project is to see Rachni strutting down the halls. They almost gave Prof. Lowe a fit. I'll let you know how our next staff meeting goes. Dr. Locke. Now, if I've got it correct, that Prof. Lau is the bolus that you encountered in Novaria, the one that survived, that shut the door on his worker. But like I said, that's if I'm correct. I think so. I'm not 100% sure. And I think we can talk to Liara. She's actually might have a conversation.
Busy?
I have time if you'd like to talk. In fact, I could use the distraction.
What's on your mind?
How long it took the Reapers to eradicate the Protheans, and how long they'll need for us. It took them centuries to conquer the Protheans. We're not quite so widespread, but it would still take at least 100 years. It's selfish, but I keep thinking that if we fail... I'm only 109, Shepard. I could live to see the entire cycle come to an end.
Only 109, huh?
I know. It must seem strange to complain about a 1,000-year lifespan. I used to think it was sad that most aliens live such short lives. Maybe it's not such a privilege to outlive so many. To witness so much death.
Don't drive yourself crazy about this, Liara. We're still in the fight.
Only because you're still driving it forward. We finally have other leaders on our side, but none will take us as far as you can. Sometimes I wonder how you do it.
Someone had to. Friends like you.
I think of the people I care about. That helps keep me going.
I'm glad I'm among them. I hope.
Of course you are.
I feel better already. Thank you for coming by, Shepard. Why don't we talk later?
I hope that wasn't too flirty.
I've never seen Krogan move with such purpose. It's a little terrifying. Thanks for coming by.
Greetings, Commander.
Greetings, Glyph. Garrus isn't there.
No, that would... Perhaps stimulate cell regeneration with a... Could... but... Should test with...
That's worse.
So remember she last time said that him talking about out loud. So now he's trying to do it better. It's not working. It's funny.
Shepard, Eve ready for travel to Tuchanka.
Okay, so this is still the same.
Nice talking with you, Morden.
We'll be here if you need me. Continuing to study Shroud in meantime.
Because I don't think she's got anything new to say.
Something else, Commander?
Thanks for talking to me.
Well, she just jumps
It's my
off the
pleasure,
bed and back on the bed. So, just for interest sakes, if Morden like dies in number 2, then that Paddock Weeks, the one that like greets you and gives you the lift access, he's the one that replaces Morden. And they actually have lines for the whole conversations. That's actually for me very impressive, that he's got a whole storyline and lines, that voice acting that was recorded and everything. Also, he for some reason is obsessed with Krogan breeding and breeding rituals. It's kind of weird. I think that might be everyone. Liara, Morden, Fina, Garrus, and then, oh.
Stop beating yourself up. It was crazy of me to ask you to join the Normandy back then.
But I let you down. I let Shepard down. I let everyone listed on that memorial wall down. You had the courage to support Shepard. Joker did. Garrus and Tally did.
But Ashley didn't. Liara didn't. Were they cowards? I think not. Greg, you're one of the bravest and most loyal men I know. You were meant to be here, right now. We have a war to win. So clear your head and focus.
Okay, you win. It will not be mentioned again.
They're cool together.
Commander.
Hello, Commander.
Okay, and then remember fish. Because we did do a mission. There you go, everyone happy. No dead fish so far. Squeak. Okay, so I think I'm going to quickly gather some stuff and then we'll take it from there. I think we did read this one. I did check, there is nothing in this system. So let's go get some of this fuel and then we'll get to another system. Luckily they're still here. So I said they're like 700 and 800 or something, so let's just grab one. 800. So more than enough fuel. And it does seem kind of silly to use it now when flying back, but what am I going to do with it otherwise? Okay, so on this side, everything's already explored. Nothing in that one. I think this one is new, the Gemini Sigma, and then also that one I've done. This one doesn't have anything, and that's where Benning is.
I found something.
There we go. You can just pause and read again. This one actually got something a little bit about it. Ah, right there. Okay, some credits. Yay! Welcome scan for the fuel or whatever are next in. Ooh, that's far away. But it looks so cool, the colors and stuff. I love these. Solar flare.
Signal confirmed.
There's the planet. Just pause and read again. Nairobi. Isn't that from the Matrix? Or I'm sure it's other places as well, but that's where I know that name from. I don't know if it's spelled the same. And there's the fuel. And we're out of here!
Reapers eluded.
I'll probably mute that sound again. I say you can let me know in the comments if you prefer to hear that sound or mute it. Okay. So it might be there. There we go. Almost full up again. And that, I think, is the whole system. And then let's quickly get here. Okay, so you can read here quickly. $45,000 people. That sucks.
I found something.
Oh, you can actually get something here. That's cool. Intel from Battle of Arcturus. Okay, so that's something for Glyph. I'll probably mute the sound again.
Faster than light jump successful.
Okay, so we got the fuel there at the end.
Signal confirmed.
Okay, so there's some more fuel. And that's all for this. Okay, so we got the fuel on that one system. Let's quickly go grab that upgrade.
Excellent find, Commander. The information network terminal has been updated.
Okay, so you can just read it. Limited capture from Arcturus Station shows just how quickly Reapers poured in from the relay and tore through Alliance fleets. VIs can analyze hostile fire in the data collected to increase weapon damage. They can also spend processing power looking for ways to improve shielding against Reaper weapons. I think let's go for shield strength. Okay, so this is going to be another short video, just getting the Normandy stuff. And as you saw, we're here in Benning, so that is going to be the next mission in the next video. Let's see if we can find the guy's son or evidence or what we need. And what Cerberus is up to again. But like I said, this is interesting. I love these conversations and actions between the characters and between Shepard. So I hope you're enjoying. Hope you have a great weekend. Do something fun. And see you in the next video.